What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to my summoning session on the new winter banner for this year, which is absolutely insane. And usually I start up with my main account, but this time I'm starting with my free-to-play account because as you guys know, I've been saving up a lot of orbs for the winter banner because it always has the spark even for the free-to-play units. And as you can see, all of these 515 orbs are completely free-to-play. There's no middle row here. So I've been saving up for that because you cannot really spark on the seasonal banners as a free-to-play player. So that's why I've been saving it up. And I hope that I can get Edelgard and also Byleth. They are going to be my top priority on my free-to-play account. I'm going to start with a 5-star in Nami. Okay, that's an amazing start. Plus speed, minus attack. Her weapon is not the worst. I can definitely build her up. So off to a really good start. And if I get Byleth or Edelgard, then I'll just spark the other unit. This banner has got like multiple sparks, but just sparking once should be enough. Byleth is absolutely insane as a far save unit, and I really like Edelgard for gale forcing and the fact that she can set up the flame terrain. And no quarter is actually unhittable, so it is going to be an amazing special for so many of the sword lance and axe, infantry, cavalry units, and also flyers. It's not really available for the armor units or for beast or dragon units. It's still it's kind of confusing why they haven't made a beast only and a dragon only special. Honestly, at this point they deserve some kind of like a special which they can use, because it's really sad for the dragon units especially and beast units in arena where they have to use something like blue flame, which is not a very good special. But yeah, this is definitely the start of having more damage reduction piercing specials, and now it is unhittable to any kind of unit, for the most part, because you can have Brave Erika with the damage reduction piercing of no quarter. You can have Legendary Seliph with that. You can have Ares with that, which is amazing with the special spiral. And there's just so many units who can use it. Legendary Alencia, for example. Really good special. Alright, so hoping that I could get Dimitri as well. I mean, Dimitri is not my top priority, but still wouldn't mind getting him because he's like a better Spring Carla, which is insane to say because Spring Carla is already so good. But I guess she does have the free charge to her thing, but Dimitri also has the special jumping and just has the fixed canto, which is a lot better. So hoping that Edelgard can show up in the blue stones, and let us begin with the questions that you guys have left. As always, if you want me to answer any kind of question in a summoning video, you could leave them in the comments with the hashtag question. The hashtag is very important so that I can find your questions. So the first question is asking me, what song do you want to be added into the concert hall? I want Chaos and Chaos Ablaze from Awakening. So yeah, those are really banger, and I really like the Fire Emblem Warriors remix of that song, and this could be the question of the day. So let me know in the comments which Fire Emblem song you really want in the concert hall so that you can make it your menu theme. Personally, I would love to see Road Taken from Fates because it's kind of overdue, and I also wouldn't mind getting the Somnial themes from Engage because they are so chill. I would also really like God Shattering Star from Three Houses because it's such an amazing song. So those are probably going to be my top picks for the new concert hall songs. I don't know why they just add every single month like 2 of them. They could just add like 10 tracks and they would still not run out for many years. Like Fire Emblem has got so much content when it comes to its music. And even like themes which play for like few seconds have potential to be really amazing. So really hope that they can have more of them. Like we do ask for more refines per month, but that still takes like work to do for the weapon refines at the very least. But with the soundtracks, I don't really think it really takes that much. And I haven't really got any kind of focus unit. Unfortunately, this banner doesn't really have any kind of 5-star focus. 4-star focus, because I was really thinking they would have maybe some kind of winter unit, like maybe Winter Jade as the 4-star focus, similar to Winter Manuela. So I'm halfway to the spark and still have not summoned Byleth or Edelgard. So if I'm given a chance, I would probably pick Edelgard, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I would probably pick Edelgard, but I do think that she has very strong chance in the Hero Rises contest, which is going to be coming up. But still, we have, you know, multiple banners until then. So they could release, you know, many stronger units that would just take the priority of the fan base. There's Hana, and Yunaka is nice, but even if I don't get it, it's still fine. She's a really good Aetherite's offense, and you kind of wish that she came with Disarm Trap 4 instead of the physical version of Oculus Strike. The next question is by the real Govika, and they're asking me, really looking forward to the book. The music is also really good. I'm glad that they have changed things up with music genres and aesthetics for each book. Which books, music, aesthetics, lore, and home screen have been your favorite? So when it comes to the music, I really like book 5 for its cyberpunk-esque themes. I really love it. I'm gonna get Off Focus Gregor as I'm answering that. He also loves it, plus speed IV, that's pretty good actually. And his weapon was the start of the dual phase effects that we see now on things like Ploy. And when it comes to aesthetics, I think I really like book 3 with Hell and, you know, Live through Seer. That was a high note for me aesthetically. And I also really like the story of book 3. Personally, it's my favorite book when it comes to story. And for the home screen, I would have to give to this book 8, new book 8, because we have got that home screen from Yggdrasil Tree. So it is so calming for me personally. So that is my favorite home screen. But yeah, overall, I really like book 3. And I think many people do as well. So that is the second focus charge. And let's hope I can get Yunaka here as another another 5-star unit in this batch. Never mind. Seems like I'll have to spark Edelgard. Yeah. We'll probably have to spark her. Unless she can show up here in the blue stones. That would be pretty nice. I can at least go like full circles on a banner like this. Yunaka showing up. I still remember how she was coveted for the Hone Flyer's fodder. And now we have the insane warping skills. They still haven't made Ground Orders 4 or Air Orders 4. So they could always do that. It's probably gonna be like a 3-space orders buff, similar to Fargus, I would say. And then they would just have some kind of status effect, maybe null follow-up status or something like that. Since Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4 have got that half null follow-up as a drive effect. Patty showing up. I think this is the first Patty I've summoned, plus speed IV, okay. Yeah, she's definitely quite a bit ahead compared to a lot of the free-to-play, you know, dagger units with her stat spread. And it is gonna be Tatiana, right? The next question is by Annie Artist Me, and they're asking me, after seeing the latest FEH Channel, I was kind of bummed that they didn't do any kind of good quality of life changes or they give out like 3 orbs max. So anyways, what is your favorite FEH Channel with the quality of life changes and additions for the game? Gotta keep the emotes shiny and clean for the YouTube sub boxes. So yeah, I think my favorite quality of life change has to be sparking. Because I'm trying to spark here with my free-to-play account. So wow, 4 blue stones, Edelgard could show up here. That would be amazing. So yeah, I think that sparking is easily the best quality of life change because summoning is the backbone of this game, and if you can improve summoning in any kind of way, then you have improved the game and you have improved the quality of time spent on this game for any kind of player, because everyone is going to be sparking every now and again, and they can just try and save up their orbs for, you know, a banner like this, for example. I wouldn't really do this in the older times if there wasn't a guaranteed spark, because I would have to spend like so many orbs just trying to get like 1 unit. So I really like it because it gives you the guaranteed unit. And I think that's the best FEH channel that they've done in my opinion. I don't exactly remember the exact FEH channel, but yeah, I really like it. I'm gonna get a Fabale here as my 3rd off-focus unit. Alright. That's pretty nice. He does have physical null follow-up. So if I ever want to build up Cyril, then he's going to be useful with that fodder. I think that he's probably going to be showing up in Divine Codes 5. And we should be getting that in March. So, okay, Caldore showing up as well. Oh my god. 5-star units have been raining right now on the free-to-play account. Yeah, this is my first Caldore. And she has got completely neutral IVs. Her fodder is not the greatest, but I can still use her for, I guess, Arena Assault. And let's see if Yunaka shows up. So I've been summoning full circles. And I'm gonna get my first will, okay, on the free-to-play account. Yeah, that's really good. The last 3 summons were amazing. Plus speed IV will. Okay, that's really good. His resistance is kind of absurd. So all of these 3 units have the exclamation mark. And now I can spark Edelgard, which is gonna be pretty nice. So gonna be going for Edelgard, my top priority unit. And then I can continue to try and summon, I don't know, maybe Byleth? I suppose. I do think that she's probably gonna be in Hero Rises because of how popular she is. But still, I'm gonna be sparking her. And yeah, I'll take the completely neutral IV instead of having to gamble with the minus attack IV or something like that. She does have the prime skill, which I'm definitely gonna be replacing with something else for getting into the Wings of Mercy range. And she's got amazing art, actually. Raging Tempest and yeah, Ploy is also really good for Ether Raid's offense. And if I really want to, I could make her as a far save unit, but I think I might save it because she is really unique as a player phase armor. And that is going to be another tool for Gale Force. Not long ago, I summoned Summer Ephraim, and I've been using him for Gale Forcing in Ether Raid's offense in the Astro season, so I think I'll probably have this new Winter Edelgard in the Astro season, and I'll have Summer Edelgard for the Light season. I still have the focus charge to go upon, so I think I could get a 5-star unit because the traffic light is fully lit up. I'm gonna summon Balthus. Oh my god. This is Salt on Wound because many people did expect Balthus from that silhouette, but it ended up being Claude because the reasoning was that a lot of people were thinking that we wouldn't get another Claude alt that soon after the Wind Tribe banner. But again, this year itself we got Ascended Alencia and then we got Legendary Alencia. So I think the chance was always there, but Balthus was looking like a unit that could happen with the silhouette. My payday rate is pretty high, so I'm gonna get Byleth. Let's go. The focus charge coming into the play. So 2 of my top priority units are done, and I'm gonna get, oh my god, literally the worst IV. Minus attack plus speed, are you kidding me? If I don't spend trade fruits, I'm probably gonna lose a game in Summoner Duels at some point because of this. And they're gonna miss like a kill on someone. But until then, I'm probably just gonna use this minus attack IV, even on the Winter banner. This is why I wanted to spark Edelgard, because I couldn't have minus attack on a Gale Force armor. Like, come on. That's just something I just cannot have. So I'm glad that I sparked Edelgard and I've got Byleth here. Getting Dimitri would also be pretty nice, but it is gonna be Soren instead. You can still take advantage of the focus charge until you exit out the batch. So I'm just gonna be trying my luck on the blue stones here. And that is gonna be my 50 summon on the blue stone right there. Yeah, this banner does last for quite a while, and we should be getting a new New Year banner at the end of the month. All right, 320 orbs. I think I can go like 4. Okay, yeah, I think this is fine. I can go like 4 summons. Actually 5 summons because Yunaka could also get summoned here. But my payday rate is completely reset right here, so I'm not too sure if that's gonna be the case. I'm gonna be left with exactly 300 orbs, which is still not that bad if New Year's banner has something good. But I think I'm gonna be saving my orbs until we have the Remix and Refine of Regan in February. And also Hero Rises is going to be happening in March. So those are the two banners of my interest. And Christmas was also one of them. And I'm pretty happy with how the summons went, honestly. Gunter, let's hope that Dimitri can show up on the final Clutch summon. No quarter is actually a war crime that Dimitri has got. So he has done his own homework on that. And I'm gonna get Sheena here. Yeah, Dimitri not showing up. So people googled his special's name and it actually turned out to be a war crime. That's insane. Why did they change the name of the attack? It was Wave Attack in the 3 houses for his battalion. From here, I would definitely like to get Edelgard for sure, because my normal Edelgard is like +4 merged, and I still use her quite a lot. She's amazing for Ether Raid's offense. And not gonna be getting her, and then I can try for this banner. I've got a lot of fallen tickets for some reason on this account from the arena tickets. Okay, another fallen tiki, I'll take it. So minus HP, yeah, that's whatever. I thought I would maybe make up and build up like a fallen tiki for book 3 and prior Summoner Duels game, but I only play book 3 and prior that much, and it's hard to find the matches there to begin with. So I think I'll try on the greenstone, because you could get a 5-star, and indeed that is going to be a 5-star. So it has definitely been raining with the 5-star units on the free-to-play account. I'm so happy that saving up the orbs paid off, and I got the top priority units I wanted without even going for the second spark. On here, I would really like getting maybe Pala, I suppose. I also don't have Eleonora, I believe. That's the only Token Mirat Session unit I'm missing. But I think I'll go for the Bluestone for Duo Pala or Trio Pala. Mordecai, okay? So the free-to-play account had amazing luck with the orbs that I spent. I have exactly 300 orbs left now, which is pretty good. And now let's move on to the main account and see if there's still luck left for it. On the main account, I'm going to be trying to get all of them because I will need them for the banner review that I'm going to be making. So testing out these units is definitely something I want to do. So let's hope I can get all of them. Would be insane if I get all of them like before the first spark, which kind of would make me wish that I had that kind of luck on the free-to-play account. But I can hardly complain. Free-to-play account had insane luck. And I'm gonna start with Grandpa Myson. Wow, let's go. He was not showing up when I was actually trying to get him, and this time he's plus attack IV. That is pretty amazing. So Nami is starting off my free-to-play account session, and then Grandpa Myson doing it for the main account. So on the main account, I pretty much try and collect, all of the units, and in that pursuit, I want to get all of the focus units. Natasha showing up. Natasha, doesn't really have that useful of a fodder, but recently we did get Validar, and he has an HP threshold weapon, so it does help with the HP resistance slotted skill if you want to run him on a budget. I'm gonna get Na here. I kind of wish that I got Na on the free-to-play account and got Kana on the main account, because this is a plus attack Na. 2 5-star units in the first batch. Yeah, this is definitely the winter luck showing up. Definitely makes me happy. So I'm gonna try for the greenstones. Maybe Dimitri could show up here. The next question is by Toxic Star, and they're asking me for future remakes. Would you like to see faithful remakes like Shadows of Valentia, or would you like to see some modern mechanics included like daggers, reclass, personal skills, etc. So I'm gonna summon a Edelgard here on the main account when I was wanting her on the free-to-play account, but yeah, that'll definitely go. So when it comes to some kind of remake in future, I would definitely want them to be faithful to the story, and they could even change up a few things, or maybe have new characters like they had with Faye and Berkut, which I think are good additions to the game. Fernand as well. So I would really want them to have that, but one thing which they could not be faithful to is probably map design, and it really depends on the game. So for Shadows of Valentia, I don't really think that being faithful to the map design is that good of a thing, because you have these kinds of long empty maps where you're just moving your units and nothing else. And not to mention the boat maps and the desert maps. Oh my god. So yeah, they could definitely try and revamp them. But when it comes to the Faithful remake, I would want the actual, you know, characters to be there, the soul, if you will. But the other things I think can be improved upon, and they could even have mechanics that are modern. So yeah, I would definitely like to see the modern mechanics for sure in these kinds of games, because we've got a lot of quality of life built up as the franchise has progressed. So having all of that go to waste is not the best thing. So you can definitely try and have the modern mechanics and integrate them with the, you know, original mechanics in a way that, I guess, modern mechanics don't really overpower them in a way, if it makes sense. But yeah, it really depends on case-to-case basis. For Shadows of Valentia particularly, like I said, map design is something you don't want to be faithful to. Everything else, I mean, that was absolutely spot on. Amazing voice acting. And also they built up on the characters, so that's all really, really good. And they even kept like some absurd mechanics from Gaiden, like Jeddah being vulnerable after like certain turns. So I did like that. Definitely enjoyed playing through Shadows of Valentia, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not exactly the game with highest replay value. Its music and story are amazing, but gameplay is ultimately what is gonna be bringing you the replayability, if it makes sense, at least in my opinion. The next question is by Stevie, and he's asking me, what is the worst event you have played and why? So I assume this is regarding FEH, and I think the worst event has to be Arena in 2018. 5 years ago, when we had the arena change where we needed to have all of the kills done by a bonus unit. So what happened was that you would just have these kinds of support bots like Soren and Marth as your cheerleaders. So basically you need like 3 cheerleaders, and then you gotta pray that you don't run into Searcher if it's Sharina weak. And people would put up like Triangle Adept units depending on the Asuka trio that was in the rotation to gatekeep free-to-play players, and I think that was the worst event I've played in FEH. I mean, you can argue there are a lot of bad things and bad events in FEH, but I think for me personally, that was the single worst event. Trying to get all of the bonus kills with your bonus unit is just annoying as a free-to-play player, especially with Asuka trio with Sharina. So I'm gonna get a Fallen Marita and Tibarn, both minus attack, which is par for the course. So that has to be the worst event, honestly, for me. I still remember it. Like, I do not miss those times. I'm glad that they have done, you know, much better changes, like having the tactical retreat and also just wanting 1 kill. And I mean, the legendary change, the legendary bonus change, especially that they've done, I mean, it's kind of, you know, based on trying to profit off of the new legendary or mythic unit. Okay, I'm gonna get Byleth here, but still, I guess it does help you not try and fish for the score with your Dueling Crest. And here they are with plus HP minus speed, which is a pretty good IV actually, so I'll take that. So wouldn't have to use Spark Byleth now, 1 copy is enough, and Edelgard is gonna be following Byleth's. That is even better luck than the free-to-play account. Oh my god. Edelgard and Byleth in the same batch, or Byleths. In English, like, there are plural where you have different pronunciation. Maybe the plural of Byleths could be Byleth or something like that. Would be amazing. But yeah, plus defense is really good. If I can get another Edelgard, that would also be pretty nice. And my end goal aim is definitely going to be trying to have like hopefully 2 Winter Dimitris, because I want to duplicate the no quarter special with a rearmed unit, because I've got a lot of units who would want that. But it is going to be taking a while until it shows up for something like Hollow Forms, for example. Byleth's fodder is also pretty good, but it is going to be locked to the physical units when it comes to the tier 4 Weaving Fighter. I don't know why they do it at times. They could just have a single skill for both magical and physical units, plus attack Tiki. Okay, second off focus unit. So really close to having it charged up when it comes to the traffic lights. So I really hated that period and dreaded playing Arena because it was so unfun for me. I mean, it was a challenge for sure, but it's like is it really a challenge if you're told to race with your hands and legs tied? I mean, sure, I guess it is a challenge, but it is like a very artificial challenge in a way. And I'm not really the one to complain about challenges, but I think that was definitely the worst I remember personally. And that's where I really started to hate using Asuka Trio, like Anna and Sharina particularly, because they both have low attack. At least like Alphonse can get the kills, but still even Alphonse would struggle. And if Alphonse is struggling, then, you know, other units really have no better chance. Especially Anna. And I get Emblem. I think the most amount of hate that Searcher had, like, at that time is because of the fact that he would just appear in Arena and then you had to get a kill on him with Sharina. And you can, like, at that time we didn't really have that many resources. So it was really hard to enemy phase him. I mean, sure, you can player phase him, but you cannot do that. You're not going to be getting the bonus points if you kill him with someone like Lilina or any other unit, really. So that was definitely the most unfriendly, fun type of part. And the third off-focus unit is actually going to be happy. She's showing up to represent Ashen Wolves because a lot of people were guessing for Ashen Wolves in the Winter Banner because there was the assumption that Balthus was on the silhouette. But unfortunately, they'll probably have to wait another year. And even then, I'm not even sure if they're gonna be getting it because we could just have engaged lords. They really don't want to mess up any kind of Winter Banner. And they just want to go all in looking at this kind of banner, honestly. They said we wanted to have a strong start to Book 8. And I guess they have that because in my community poll, a lot of people are summoning. For the most banners, if you actually take a look at those polls, most people don't summon. Like majority is no answer. Only for like Chooser Legends or something like that, the yes outpaces no. And Winter Banner was actually one of them. I did kind of expect that because Winter Banners have Spark, which makes it a lot better experience for people to just spark up the units. But still, the yes is outpacing no by quite a bit, more than I expected, honestly. So now the Spark is available on the main account, so I can just spark Dimitri here, who has been giving me a lot of trouble for some reason. So I'm gonna get Dimitri because I don't mind getting another copy of him, because I can always duplicate the No Quarter special, which is really, really good. Because they have introduced so much damage reduction that No Quarter becomes the best special for so many units, honestly. Especially for many of the older units that do have the firepower but are just missing that damage reduction piercing. So I'm gonna try on the colorless stones here. My traffic light is fully lit up, so I could just get Yunaka. And that would be amazing. I could still try and go for another Byleth. The fodder is definitely not that bad on Byleth, as you can get a Weary Fighter and the Fire Flood boost skill at the same time. Okay, yeah, definitely good fodder, but unfortunately that means that my focus charge is going to be getting used up. So plus speed IV Byleth, definitely the worst boon that you can have, but at least it's not like free to play count with minus attack IV. That's fine with me. And maybe I can get another Byleth? That would be cracked. Nope, that is gonna be Lapis. Yeah, Lapis has been quite merciful for me in showing up. She's such a hard unit to summon. I mean, they did have the focus banner, but still notoriously hard to plus and merge these demote units. And you guys know I summon on each banner with my main account. So if I'm having trouble, getting 11 copies of a unit, then it's like insanely hard if you're a free-to-play player. You gotta spend all of your free summons on that specific color, and you probably gotta do some kind of black magic to convince Faye to give you the demote unit you want. Okay, Ray showing up with his magic. Yeah, Ray's refined icon is definitely really good. I love it for the Hermit's Tome. And Rajat showing up here. Okay. All of the dark magic users are just showing up again and again. As soon as I said that, they heard me. The next question is by Light V700, and they're asking me, what do you think about middling speed units from around 32 to 40-ish at 5-star unmerged? Should we try and match high speed units by speed stacking, or dump it entirely, or something in between? Between Orochi Gang, rise up. Yeah, big fan of Orochi as well. And when it comes to these kinds of units with lower base speed, it really depends on their class. For example, if we have someone like Arian, he still has considerably lower speed than a lot of the flyers. So you can just, stack up the attack and defense on him. It depends if the unit already has good attack and defense or not. But sometimes units are just pigeonholed into stacking up speed, even if they are initially on the slower slide by the modern standards, as Wrath with his base 35 speed. And then we have also got Ocean, who's not the fastest. Then we also have Echidna with her weapon refine. So you want to speed stack on those units, not because they're slow, but because they have these kinds of weapons that do want them to stack up their speed. And with someone like Wrath, for example, what else can you do? You cannot really stack up any kind of significant defense or resistance. If you want to have better defense, then Python is the option. So sometimes these flying units and cavalry units especially do get pigeonholed into speed stacking depending on the weapon that they get. And because they have lower BST than a lot of the other units, you pretty much have no other choice. But when it comes to the infantry units, I think they have abundance of the choice available at their disposal. So I don't really think that they are as much forced to do it unless they have a refine like Ocean or Echidna when it comes to that. Even then, you can find alternative ways of building them up. So I do think that if you've got an infantry unit at that kind of speed, probably best to stack bulk on them unless they have a weapon that can give them speed, and that doesn't incentivize having more speed. So depends on the class type and the weapon type, if I'm being honest. Like for example, you can have fast dragons, but they don't really mean too much unless they are gonna be having good mobility, like maybe a cavalry dragon, for example. And here we have Azama showing up. He's got such an amazingly low attack stat. I've been waiting for an arcane staff. Honestly, I thought we would get that, but we just got Arcane 3-ma instead. I'm gonna get Sarah here as the special summon. My traffic light is already gone at this point, so I'm just trying to luck out here with my main account. So stacking up speed is definitely a more nuanced take than just saying, oh, if you have this much speed, then you speed stack. Like for example, you can take up Zelgius, and even if you speed stack this kind of old Zelgius, you're not going to be having much of a speed to really matter too much. You're ultimately going to be depending on more of a one-shot playstyle with something like Special Spiral 4 for Zelgius. Got 2 5-star units. Can I have a third one? Maybe? I'm not too sure. I'm definitely hoping for another Dimitri so that I can fodder him off to my Ares, because Ares has been suffering for a long time and his weapon refine didn't exactly do him too many favors, I would say. I know many people did think that it was decent, but yeah, unfortunately the pool of competition was too insane. And having no quarter really just improves him so much, even though he doesn't have that kind of advantage of Dimitri. 3 colorless stones, so I could try and get Yunaka here. That would be the best case scenario for sure. Yeah, that would be the best case scenario. And if I do get Yunaka, then I could just... Actually, if I get Yunaka, then I can hardly spark Dimitri because you can only spark them once. But yeah, I guess if I don't get her, then I could just spark probably another Edelgard, if I'm being honest. A lot of healers showing up here. The next question is by Necrosoma, and they're asking me, hey PN1, it seems like the new meta is shifting towards everything becoming a status effect, so what skill do you think will eventually become one, or there are any new ones you would like to make? I have a feeling that Yunaka counter attack regardless of foe's range will become one eventually, and at that point we'll get a unit that can give it to allies. Good luck on summons. Thank you so much. I can definitely see it happening maybe in a couple of years when it comes to that kind of effect, because right now they're going through with the prime skills and they probably want to sell those skills instead. But I would really be happy to see maybe some kind of null counter disrupt status effect, because we have got so much null follow-up status effects and there are a lot of units that get the fire soup effect. Like, just take example of Eleonora. I mean, even though she's an older unit, she can still be really strong because of her fire soup effect. So I feel like null counter disrupt effect would be nice, and it will probably start off pretty tame, like with the null follow-up status and that we had with Fallen Lilith, where you could only take advantage of it if you have like a support partner. So I wouldn't really mind that personally if it's done in a decent way with something like an ally support. So that would definitely help many of the tanks, because they are, you just have to be lucky that your unit is someone like Legendary Seliph or Duo Byleth or Winter Duo Byleth, and they have null counter disrupt in their weapon itself. And I mean Byleth's is not really full null counter disrupt because they can only retaliate back to fire sweep lances and stuff like that, the melee weapons. It is only for the range units. So yeah, getting that as a status would be pretty nice. We already have the guard status, so outsourcing tempo would also be an option. And then I see the end of all of these visible status effects probably in some time when they release. Okay, I'm gonna get Yunaka. Let's go. Zappy, got her. I definitely see them making some kind of unit like Emblem who erases the status effects, kind of like Duo Thor's button. Plus speed IV, minus HP, that is perfect. Let's go. Got Yunaka, and I also got all of the other focus units, so I think that would end my batch here. Yeah, can just spark after that, so I'll just take another Winter Byleth, I think, or Winter Edelgard. Already have two Byleths, so I think I'll take Edelgard. Kinda wish I could spark another Dimitri, but unfortunately not. So Edelgard it is, and gonna be going for her. Her fodder is pretty nice with the Prime 4 and Ploy at the same time. So I would like to get that. And actually she really wants to have Armored Blaze and the new Wary Fighter on her Brave version because it's better than Black Eagle rule, which is absolutely insane. So I'll take her as the Spark. And that is gonna be the main account summon for the Winter Banner. I did end up getting all of the focus units here. Did take 2 sparks, but that's all good. And I did just get Yunaka as the Clut summon. Now I'll try and do the 3 summons that are left. Nope, no Edelgard. I mean, I did get her early on, so that's good enough. Yeah, the luck this time was absolutely amazing on the Winter Banner. Definitely fills me with joy because December is definitely a crunch month when it comes to the YouTube work with Faye. And as it is, I've got so much backlog of the videos. So yeah, getting good summons definitely puts me in good spirits, for sure. And I could just try on the Greenstone. Kinda surprised that they haven't really done Resplendent, Mur yet. Balthus again showing up. Poor Balthus. Didn't get any kind of gauntlet, didn't get any kind of preferred weapon, and didn't get Winter ult either. On here, I think I could try for the Bluestone, I think. And it is gonna be Sully. Okay, so that is gonna be the final summon of the main account. Yeah, I've got all of the free summons done. And on the free-to-play account, I did have pretty good luck. And as you can see, I still have 300 orbs left. I want to redeem the Celestial Stone, which I've got 6 of them on my free-to-play account, so I can just take 1 for my soul here on the free-to-play account with that. And I still have things to spend on. Trade fruits is definitely the one that is pretty valuable, but it takes so many Celestial Stones. So now I've got 4 Forma Souls. I'm probably going to be saving them for maybe some kind of Engage, Holo Forms, and of course Dancer Elegance rerun, which should be votable next time, I believe. So yeah, that would be nice. Kinda shame that they haven't put Ascended Floret in the Celestial shop, because that's a currency that's hard to get, especially now that they're doing a tuned unit. So let me know in the comments how your summons went, and I hope you all enjoyed this summoning video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and a comment, helps tremendously. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more FEH videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as plus speed IV on Winter Byleth. So with that, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.